Welcome to this series of short videos that explain your online training file and how to update it. This video will introduce you to the Professional Development tab. The Professional Development element of the ACA will prepare you to handle a variety of situations that you will encounter throughout your career. If your employer's Professional Development Programme is accredited by ICAEW, you will not see this tab in your file. You will follow your employer's professional development scheme and record your progress as part of their programme. If you do see the Professional Development tab, you will see there are 7 areas of professional development, each known as ladders. Each ladder contains a number of skills for you to achieve. The skills increase in complexity as you climb each ladder, so try to complete them in order, starting from the bottom. Your progress through the skills should mirror your time in training. We suggest that you complete 8 to 9 new skills for every 6 monthly review meeting. Let's go to the Professional Development tab within the file. This is where you will add your examples from the workplace to show how you demonstrate and meet each skill. Example: adding value ladder. Here is how to add an example within the Adding Value ladder. You will see that we ask the question, how were you able to, followed by a particular skill. So, for example, this skill asks, how were you able to continue learning? You then add one real example from the workplace to show that you have demonstrated competence in this skill. Add your example in the Give Specific Examples box. Your example should follow the STAR approach. Add 3 to 4 sentences on the situation you faced, the specific task, your actions, and the positive result. You only need to give one example, but don't say, I usually do this, or I always do that. It needs to be specific. Here is an example. It's important in my role to have an awareness of any changes to legislation that may impact my clients. I ensure that I watch the Chancellor of the Exchequer deliver the annual budget and follow this up by reading any relevant documents and consultations. I also listen to and contribute to our team debrief of the budget to develop my understanding. Adding feedback from your employer. In your 6-monthly review, you will need to discuss the examples that you have added to your file in the last 6 months with your qualified person responsible for training, QPRT, counsellor or principal. They will decide whether your examples meet each skill. If they agree that you have achieved the skill, you now need to enter their feedback in the Feedback Received from the Employer box. Your QPRT, counsellor or principal does not have access to add comments to your file, so you will need to do this. It is best practice to add the feedback comments during the 6-monthly review meeting with your employer. This will save you both time and ensure you both agree on the wording. The feedback should form a brief but structured sentence that confirms that your employer agrees you are competent and why, and should sound as if it comes from your QPRT, counsellor or principal. It must not simply say agreed, noted or approved. Here is an example. Uzma ensures that she stays abreast of any significant regulatory changes. We support her on this by debriefing the Chancellor's budget as a team on an annual basis. Tick the step as achieved and save. View your skills. Once the skills have been approved, you will see a new chevron appear here. This shows that you have completed a skill in the Adding Value ladder. Click on View All in any ladder to see a summary of the skills you have completed, reviewed, and had signed off. The summary looks like this. Please note that if you change employer during your training, you will need to re-register as an ACA student. If you re-register, you will need to complete at least the case study level skills again, even if you achieved them all at your previous employer. And at the discretion of your employer, you may need to record all 52 skills again. If you are changing employers, find out more at icaew.com/re-reg. Get to know your file and update it regularly. For hints and tips to help you and to watch all the videos in this series, go to icaew.com/your-file. Our student support team is also here to help you. Contact the team by live web chat, Mia, our chatbot, call or email us.